just going to go over what I'm doing with my new airplane. We'll wait for a minute for some people to get in here before I start rattling on. The the first one that I put up, let me delete that other one. YouTube. That way there's no confusion. YouTube Studio. Let's go. YouTube's working rather slow tonight. Content. And live. At the field. After the field build. Let's delete that one. Upcoming. Edit. More actions. More actions. Come on, delete. Delete, I understand. Delete. All right, so that wasn't much of a video. Oh, we got 6 now. So I deleted the other one. As I was stating, I wanted to see what the airplane looked like, and I can see it's dropping the tail. So next time out, we'll work on fixing that. Of course, the biggest thing is I need some stick time. I only got like 5 flights for the year so far. So, got to get some stick time. So here's my leading, trailing edges. I'm not going to use those spars. We're going to lay out spars tonight on what we're doing here. This is the whole wing here. Probably more than the whole wing. But I want to pick out a couple of good pieces of 1/8 for these spars. And I just so happen to have some 5-pound 1/8 inch. This is a unique build that I'm doing here. It's not the normal way to run things, but I think we'll be all right. So these are my leading edges that I'm going to glue to this spar. I'll only lay out one tonight because it's been a long day. So let's look at the grain of the wood. There is a good piece right there. See how the grain is nice and straight throughout the whole board? So we'll use that one. And this one. So, first thing I need to do is true them up. And I'll explain why here in a second, why I'm doing it this way. So I need a straight edge on at least one side, so. We had quite the crew watching that Tuesday at the field video. My flying definitely needs some work, but yeah, I'll be ready for the gnats somehow. Get rid of this and this and this, all these tools and stuff. I only got a month, not even a month, 21 days to get ready. You know, to me, because of our situation and not being able to fly, the gnats being the first contest of the year. Well, actually, it was Brodak was the first contest of the year, so I don't even have a warm up this year. So it's going to be cold right to the gnats. I don't expect to do much. So we need to cut a piece of wood out of here that's the thickness of this core. You know what? Let's leave it hang over a little bit so I can sand the end. I like sanding. Of course, you'd have never guessed that. You know what? I can get both pieces out of one. I don't even have to use two. By the looks of this, we'll see if it relieves itself when I cut it free. Little bit. Well, give me your insights. What do you guys think of those flights? Were they, I mean, that's like the fourth or fifth flight on that airplane. The Junar flies, I mean, I'm pretty used to the Junar. No, maybe we're not going to be able to get two out of one sheet. It'll be fine. Let's see how this looks on this side. Nope. Gonna take two sheets. It doesn't much matter because I'm gonna have to lay this out anyway. What happened here? No, turn it over. So put blue. Can't even spell. What makes this slightly different is how I'm going to have to lay this out. So that goes on like this. Let's see, which wing do we have here? This is top left. So that's this one here. So we need to open this up this way. The way that I do these lost foam wings is not like how Bob Hunt builds them. He glues the cradle together and makes the wing in one solid piece. I build them in halves. It's your choice. Either way is fine. You know, if I had to, if I really had to depend on something, depend on Bob's way over my way. My way works for me, but Bob's way is, and he's the king of lost foam. So this is no good. I have to build it upside down. So top left. Come on. So this is top left, but I gotta build it as top right or bottom right or whatever. The way that we got these laid out, it's pretty confusing. So I need to, I guess I better pin it so I don't move it. Right there. You know what? Let's do it from this side and see if it all fits. Best to see if it fits now than later. Yep. Okay. So I have to mark the rib stations on this. I'm going to use a square. And we don't have any half ribs, so I'm only using I'm only going by the ribs that are going to intersect the, there's 10 ribs per side is all that's going to be in it. I also need to make a decision. Am I going to have my trailing edge inside the sheeting or outside the sheeting? I think inside. That way it will hide that seam. Perfect. Okay, these are my rib stations. I got center, except I got it upside down, so I need to do it in this direction. I'm building this wing upside down. So we have LC, LC, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, L6, L7, L8, L9, L10. This is the inboard panel, even though it's upside down. When you get a cradle from Hunt, he marks out the rib locations in the cradle, correct cradle, but we just use the cut line. I'm on at a decent hour, huh? Late for me. No, there won't be any ply ribs for this. I got another idea. So I need to knock this edge down. So we need to, I guess we use 180 instead. One of my homemade sanding blocks, which is just some 3/8 RC wood. So this setup should be pretty strong. I've thought about it quite a bit. This is a slight deviation from the way I did the Tucker, but I think this will be stronger and less room for any error. So when I make up the sheeting to glue onto this leading edge, this piece will already be glued on. And the sheeting will come around and glue into this spar, making a D. And then all this, the inner foam will be removed. And I'm probably going to excavate. I don't know exactly how I want to do that. I might use a Meslick gear on this airplane. I got some Meslick wheel pants and some Meslick gear I might use on this one. And not put any, because it doesn't matter. It's going to be 3 ounces regardless, whether you got fuse mounted gear or wing mounted gear. I think that's what I'll do. I'll make fuse mounted gear on this one and use up those parts that I've had laying around for the last 10 years. Let's see. And this is a pair of high grass Meslick gear. But I got a real spiffy set of Meslick gear somewhere in this pile of crap. Right here. I'll use these landing gear right here. Like I say, it doesn't matter whether you do whether you do fuse mounted gear or wing mounted gear, they're 3 ounces. I did cheat a little bit on the last couple of airplanes with the smaller wheel spats and things. I got them down to 2.5 or whatever, but you know, it's not worth fretting over. Okay, so now I need to mark out, or I marked that out. Let's see where we're at. We've been on 21 minutes. Like I said, this is going to be just a short video because I was on earlier. I haven't eaten yet. I need to cut out. I need to figure out what I want to do as far as trailing edge material goes. Yes, so we're gonna do our trailing edge inside. And box that up so that it's stronger and no holes. So by the looks of it, there will be a Saturday at John's. You know, normally we're getting close to the Nats. It's time to fly, but they're having a speed contest this weekend, so they're going to have the field kind of tied up. We will just do another Saturday at John's. I'll work on this a little bit or whatever. Somebody was asking me about the Ringmaster. The 576 Ringmaster has not been sold. The Bearcat is sold. I still have the Astro Hog for anybody that's interested in RC stuff. That'll come with a Sato 80. And I probably didn't ask enough for the Ringmaster or the Bearcat. I let them go cheap, but whatever. I got to get rid of some stuff. I got too much crap. Shit, I got a speed plane here. For any of you racer guys, this thing here ought to smoke along. It's got a Pico on it, Pico 15. It ought to just scream. It ought to just fly, boy. But I don't race. I ended up with it somehow. Oh, I got this at the swap meet. That's what it was. So you got to give it down to kill it, or up. Down. Down shuts it off. But you ought to go. It was just kind of nostalgic crap. I saw it and okay, I'll take it. Whatever. I don't think I paid much for it. Something to do. Anyway, guys, we're going to stay on a half an hour tonight. So we got 6 minutes to go. I'm just kind of wiped out. You know, that I worked all day. And right after work, I went out to the field, put in a couple of flights, hung out a little bit, haven't eaten dinner. I guess we'll forego it till tomorrow night to work on this wing some more. But I'm going to take a hacksaw blade and make some notches. We'll take this blade right here. And hopefully that's 3/16 wide or 3/32 wide. And I'm only going to come down 1/4 of an inch. So I have to make up some type of jig. quarter of an inch on each side of that line. And the rib will plug into it. So we'll have an eighth of an inch sticking into the 1/8 inch spar, if that makes any sense. So this is the first thing to work on to get this figured out. Well, I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. I thought I'd just come on and after the field and let you know what I was doing. And we got 10 watchers. So like, subscribe, and share the videos. Hopefully we're going to have a good year this year. When I go to the Nats, I'm hoping to get my generator working. I'm going to take my laptop and both cameras, and I will try to broadcast from the L-pad with some good equipment instead of handheld cell phones. Cell phone video is crap. So, appreciate you watching. I'm going to eat dinner. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya. If I can find my mouse. Go back and check out the flight videos. See ya.